They had like the kiss cam kind of thing that goes around that zeroed in on this one couple.
They don't even get caught if they're just both at the concert together. They only get caught because they're openly canoodling at the concert. It betrays a lack of respect for any sort of judgment, but also for a basic value system.
The CEO of a billion-dollar business is in damage control after his affair with a colleague was exposed, of all places, on Kisscam.
Now, a US tech company boss has been suspended. That's after a viral video appeared to show him hugging a woman at a Coldplay concert. Astronomer says that its chief executive, Andy Byron, has been put on leave, although the company stopped short of confirming if he is the one captured in the footage. The video, which appears to show Byron embracing the company's HR director, was shown on a giant screen at the concert in Boston.
Coldplay threw a couple on the kiss cam. Turns out they were having an affair? I don't think even Coldplay can fix this.
I feel like this isn't a good way, and if you're gonna get caught cheating, it shouldn't be like this.
Well, maybe he should have thought of that before he was cheating.
Kisscam is known for its heartwarming moments, but it caught an awkward one at a Coldplay concert. It zoomed in on a couple cuddling, but internet sleuths were quick to work out why they didn't want to be seen.
Don't cheat on your wife. That makes you a scumbag. Let's just start there, full stop. But if you want to be a retarded scumbag, then you can go cheat on your wife at a concert where you're liable to be put on a massive camera in front of everyone, tens of thousands of people here in Boston, watching this.
Yeah. Oh, look at these two. All right, come on. You're okay? Oh, what? Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy. I'm not quite sure.
That's a Coldplay concert, and it is the most viral clip on the internet.
If you're gonna have an affair, why would you bring her to a concert in public where everybody can see you? What if you even ran into someone you knew? Who cares about the Jumbotron? What if you ran into someone you knew? Huh?
Forget the Epstein files. I want to see the text messages of that astronomer CEO that got caught cheating at the Coldplay concert.
I would pay to be a fly on the wall in the office.
And this is pretty viral stuff. Or do we have to get HR involved? I know that HR was involved.
The moral of the story here is don't get caught on Kisscam. And the tidbit is that's not his wife.
And can we talk about the employee that was with them? She obviously knows what's going on because she's there.
But apparently, this couple will not be fans of Coldplay for long.
Forget the memes for a moment. The most unbelievable part of the Andy Byron saga might be what happens next in court. Despite weeks of viral coverage and a public narrative that's painted him as Silicon Valley's latest cautionary tale, Byron could still emerge from his divorce with his wealth barely dented. How? 2 words: no-fault divorce. California's approach to divorce is as straightforward as it is frustrating for anyone expecting public disgrace to carry legal consequences. The system doesn't care who caused the breakup or why. Unless you can prove one party misused joint assets, both sides walk away with a share based on the length of the marriage and the value of what was built together. That's it. For Byron, this is more than just a legal detail. It's a lifeline. His attorneys know that the burden of proof in no-fault cases is high, and they're positioning him to sidestep any arguments about misconduct. Without a smoking gun showing marital funds were funneled into his alleged online activities, most of the internet's favorite gotcha moments won't matter in court.
Oh, look at these two. All right, come on. You're okay? Oh, what? Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy.
It's a bizarre contrast. The court of public opinion has already delivered a unanimous verdict, but the legal system might not agree. If Byron walks away with his finances largely intact, it will be a stark reminder that viral outrage and actual legal outcomes are 2 very different arenas. And in this case, the law could be his ultimate shield. If you think Andy Byron's escape plan is all about winning in court, think again. This isn't just a legal maneuver, it's a patience game. According to people close to the situation, Byron's been quietly letting the media storm run its course while keeping a very deliberate low profile. And well, that's not just about avoiding more bad press. It's about letting the clock work in his favor. Every week that goes by without a formal filing from Megan Byron strengthens his negotiating position. In high-profile divorces, especially under California's no-fault system, the initial filing date can set the tone for everything: asset valuations, settlement timelines, even public perception. The longer Byron waits, the more likely emotions cool, headlines fade, and settlement talks happen behind closed doors, instead of in front of cameras. And here's where it gets interesting. Whispers in Silicon Valley suggest Byron's team is already preparing a financial stability narrative for when the case does surface. The pitch? That his personal assets, the ones untouched by any alleged missteps, should remain completely off the table. It's a story meant to appeal to judges, investors, and anyone watching from the sidelines, painting him less as a reckless exec and more as someone protecting the value he built. Meanwhile, Megan's silence has only fueled speculation. Is she gathering her own arsenal of receipts? Is she waiting to drop her claim at the moment of maximum impact?
Oh, she's talking to her friend. That's her friend.
I'm not quite sure.
She whips her back to the camera.
Yeah.
And he actually bends down to get out of like squatting to get out of the sight. Honestly, they should have listened to me. Look, well, he's really hugging her. It's tight.
Yeah, you just lean in. You have to lean in at that point.
Right?
Or is she letting him believe he's in control before pulling the rug out from under him? No one knows for sure. And that's exactly why this has turned into a high-stakes chess match. For now, Byron's camp seems confident that the rules are on their side. But in scandals like this, one unexpected leak, one rogue witness, or one perfectly timed filing can flip the whole game overnight. And the word in industry circles? There are people close to this situation who might be ready to make that move. On the surface, Megan Byron's silence looks like passivity, but people in her circle insist it's anything but. Behind the scenes, there are strong hints she's been building a case that could flip Andy's so-called $1 million escape plan into a full-blown financial disaster. And well, the juiciest part? She's not doing it in public. Yet. Sources claim Megan has been quietly meeting with a high-profile divorce attorney known for handling some of Silicon Valley's messiest splits. The same attorney who's been credited with extracting record-breaking settlements by finding the pressure points the other side thought were buried. If that's true, Byron's calm demeanor might be masking a serious threat brewing just out of view. The strategy appears simple but lethal. Let Andy believe he's coasting toward a clean financial exit, then hit him with receipts that change the game. In a no-fault state like California, proving misuse of marital funds is one of the few ways to crack the "you keep yours, I keep mine" wall. If she can link even a fraction of that $250,000 online spending spree to joint accounts, the legal shield Byron's banking on could collapse in an instant. And the speculation doesn't stop there. Insiders say Megan has been in quiet contact with people tied to Byron's digital trail: creators, intermediaries, maybe even former colleagues, anyone who might have information that paints a different picture than the one his legal team is pushing.
Oh, look at these two.
In a moment, these lovers won't ever forget.
Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy.
And one the world can't stop talking about.
I'm not quite sure what to do. Did we rumble you?
Kiss Cam at a Coldplay gig in Boston, and their reactions said it all. They had something to hide.
If she's collecting sworn statements or transaction confirmations, Byron's leverage could evaporate overnight. For now, her move is patience. She's letting him hold the spotlight, the memes, the PR spins, the celebrity cameos, while she works in the shadows. But the danger in that approach? When someone strikes after months of silence, the impact is amplified. If Megan times her play just right, she won't just take a piece of Byron's fortune, she could shatter the narrative he's built since stepping down. In the tech world, scandals don't just live in the headlines, they live in boardrooms, private group chats, and VIP dinner parties. And right now, the Andy Byron divorce saga is the hottest topic in all three. The whispers aren't just about what happened at that Coldplay concert or the $250,000 spending spree. They're about who's quietly cheering for Megan to win and who's hoping Byron makes it out with his fortune intact. According to multiple industry sources, this split has turned into a low-key loyalty test in Silicon Valley. Some of Byron's former investor allies, the same ones who once pushed Astronomer toward its billion-dollar valuation, are reportedly keeping their distance. Not because they've suddenly turned on him, but because any public alignment could backfire if Meghan's legal team drops explosive evidence. In an ecosystem built on reputation, no one wants to be seen defending the wrong side when the dust settles. And then there's the quieter, more intriguing faction, the Meghan supporters. These aren't just friends or family. We're talking high-profile figures in the Valley, other execs' spouses, PR power players, even a couple of known activist investors, who see her as a symbol of accountability in a world where powerful figures often escape consequences.
I hope we didn't do something bad.
Chris Martin knew it, the internet did too.
Some are even feeding the media breadcrumbs, ensuring her side of the story stays alive without her having to say a word. The speculation is that certain people in Byron's own network might be hedging their bets, staying close to Meghan just in case her case turns into a public win. If she proves Byron dipped into shared accounts, those same insiders could spin it as standing for corporate ethics rather than taking sides in a divorce. In short, this isn't just a marriage dissolving, it's a social power shift. Every move Meghan makes in private is sparking quiet conversations in private equity circles, and every delay from Byron is making those conversations louder. When the legal fight finally surfaces, it won't just be a courtroom battle. It will be a Silicon Valley spectacle with clear winners and losers on both sides. For all the talk about Meghan's quiet buildup, Andy Byron isn't exactly sitting still. Multiple sources say he's working just as strategically. Only his battlefield isn't the courtroom yet, it's public perception. And well, in a fight like this, image can be just as valuable as a legal win. First, there's the PR layer. The Gwyneth Paltrow cameo in Astronomer's parody campaign wasn't just a corporate survival stunt. Insiders claim it was partially orchestrated to reframe Byron as less of a disgraced CEO and more of a tongue-in-cheek character in a tech industry soap opera. By leaning into humor, he's attempting to blur the sharp edges of the scandal and shift focus from financial misconduct speculation to cultural meme status. If people are laughing with him, they're less likely to rally behind taking his assets.
It's time to kiss it goodbye. Baseball is probably not the only thing you can say that about.
Second, Byron has reportedly been shoring up investor goodwill in the background. While he no longer holds the CEO title, he still has relationships and potentially influence with key backers. If those allies stay neutral or quietly supportive, it could create a perception that Byron remains a valued player in the tech space, scandal or not. That kind of reputational cushioning could matter if the divorce proceedings touch on his future earning power. Then there's the narrative control strategy. His legal team is said to be compiling a version of events that downplays the $250,000 online spending as entirely personal, privately funded, and unrelated to marital finances. In a no-fault divorce state, proving that is the fortress wall. If they can keep that wall standing, Meghan's path to a bigger settlement gets narrower. But here's the risk. The more Byron works to control the story, the more he invites scrutiny. If any part of his nothing to see here defense cracks, the backlash could be worse than if he'd stayed quiet. Still, for now, his play is clear. Keep the mood light, keep allies close, and make sure when this hits court, he's not the one looking cornered. At this point, Andy Byron's so-called $1 million escape plan feels less like a straightforward legal defense and more like a live chess match, one where every player is holding something back. On one side, Byron is stacking his defenses, keeping the tone light with meme-friendly PR, reassuring investors he's still a player worth backing, and doubling down on the claim that every dollar in question came from personal funds.
I think that the actual star of this story, though, is Chris Martin, who decides, given an opportunity here, to let these people off the hook and just let the camera move along, to suggest explicitly that these people are either having an affair. I mean, seriously? You just throw the fans under the bus who paid their hard-earned money for these tickets?
Well, good call from the lead man there, because it turns out that they were, in fact, probably having an affair.
On the other, Meghan Byron is quietly circling with what could be financial proof that unravels his entire position. And then, hovering just off to the side of this board, is Kristen Cabot. She hasn't spoken publicly, but her shadow over the whole saga hasn't faded. As Astronomer's former head of HR, and the other face in that Coldplay moment, she knows exactly how the company operated under Byron. If Meghan's legal team wants to pierce Byron's no-fault shield, Cabot could become an unexpected asset. Whether she'd cooperate willingly or only under subpoena is the big question. Her involvement could shift this from a clean divorce to a multi-layered corporate drama. The truth is, this divorce battle isn't just about splitting assets, it's about control. Control over money, over narrative, and over who gets to walk away looking like they won in the public eye. Every leak, every whisper in Silicon Valley dinner circles, every no comment from Kristen is another move in a game that's being played in both public and private arenas. And while that's what makes this so unpredictable, no matter how tight Byron thinks his defenses are, one well-timed move from Meghan or an unexpected statement from Kristen could send the whole plan into freefall. The internet's ready for the next twist, and in this story, the next twist might not just cost millions. It might rewrite the ending entirely.